My artist name is Stohead. I come from Germany. Actually, I live in Berlin. I start painting on the walls outside, like doing graffiti, by the age of 14. This was in 1989. And I discovered graffiti through a little tag that popped up at some walls at my hometown. And this had much influence on me because it had all the things that keep me doing graffiti since 25 or 26, 7 years now. It had the swing, it had the emotion. I could not even read it at the time, but it said something to me, there is something. You can be free on the street and can do nice things. And I don't know, I started to do just stupid circles and like shell kind of objects and stuff. It said nothing. I discovered that it's tags, and then it started. Then I gave me a name, and I gave my friends names, and they started tagging too, and so it started. The story of my name is that it's part of my nickname and part of my real name too, Christoph. And I used to draw heads a lot when I was a kid. And when I started graffiti, I was drawing a lot of characters too. I worked very figurative at that time. I did like comics, and maybe the early graffiti guys, they know me as a character painter back in the days, but the letters were always there. So the name came up because I wrote as the signature of these drawings, which were mostly skulls. I draw Stohead, a head by Stowe. And so this became my official graffiti name. I was thinking several times about using the number 3 because it has different backgrounds, like 3 is the magic number, and 3 means to be free, like a free bird. And there's another, like, not so funny thing maybe, but an interesting thing that is, I come from Berlin, and there's a lot of artists, maybe too much artists sometimes, I don't know. And most of them, they cannot live from their art, which is like sad. And they have a lot of problems finding spaces now and studios, because the city is growing so fast. We have this gentrification problem, and only 3% of the artists that are like officially placed in the register, they can live from their art, like only 3%. And yeah, I wanted to give all these 97ers a shout out, and they should be strong and continue their work, and good luck for them. I'm working in a kind of mixed technique. I use of course, it's mainly a brush, but the pattern is done with classic broad marker. I'm using like a kind of aquarelle technique, like with a lot of thinned acrylic inks and acrylic paint. Yeah, that's mainly it. Some like classic painting techniques with sponges maybe sometimes, and yeah, some spray can effects, but not too much. For the guests of the Windsor Hotel that booked my room, I wish them a pleasant stay and good flight.